Hello and welcome back to the lectures on reduction reaction. Now today we are going to see few name reactions and the reactions with most applications in organic synthesis. So first reaction is Birch reduction, often known as aromatic reduction, wherein lithium metal is used along with liquid ammonia in presence of solvent like ethanol or butanol, and if the donor group is there, you will get 2,5 addition. With respect to this is 2 and this is 5, so 2,5 addition. If it is acceptor group, then you get 1,4 addition. This is first carbon, this is fourth carbon. So we'll write down the mechanism for at least one or two. If time permit, we'll write for all three. So third is naphthalene is treated in the same manner, and you get the reduction. Two hydrogens are added or one double bond is missing. Now this is dihydronaphthalene. The second reagent is TnHCl. Now this is very good reagent to reduce aromatic nitro compound to the corresponding amide. The mechanism is written. So first of all, we'll write down the mechanism for this. I'll written this and then we'll talk about this reduction also. So let us start with the first example. So I am cleaning the lower examples. So let us write down the mechanism for this transformation. The role of lithium is to give away electron, and we know that the 1s series is having very low oxidation potential. It can give away one electron and attain the noble gas configuration. So lithium is falling in that. So if lithium gives one electron, so there are two possibilities. I am putting one. Let us presume that this homolysis takes place and the other two bonds are written. Okay. Now we cannot put negative charge next to oxygen or on the carbon bearing oxygen, because then there will be unstable situation. Now here you can shift this resonance type situation. OCH3, negative charge is already there. One more lithium, sacrifice one electron and you get dianion, which takes a proton from the medium, and that is how you get the. So whether you write H or no, it doesn't matter. The relative position is 2, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 2, 5 position is reduced, and that is the mechanism. The role of lithium is to give one electron whenever necessary, and the role of ethanol is to provide the proton which is necessary. The second example, I am not clearing that AIBN because we have to see one example based on that also. Yesterday we had only spoken about the reagent, but we have not seen any example. So today we will see the example. Okay. The second one is reduction of benzoic acid. So COOH. In the same way, lithium gives one electron, and now it will be different situation. now it will be radical here and negative charge on the carbon which is bearing electron withdrawing group. The same way you can the resonating structure, one can say that electrons will move, one more lithium gives away electron or donate electron, you can say, and ultimately this can take up proton and you get the 1,4-dihydro benzoic acid as a product. So, whether you write H or not doesn't matter, but I am just putting it for the sake of convenience. So, this is second example. Now, moving on to the third example. So, let us finish that and then we will go to the NO2 groups reduction with tin HCl. Then we will see some examples on lithium aluminum hydride and the sodium cyanoborohydride reagent, and then we will see one example on AIBN also. Okay. Now, the third example is naphthalene. Now, in this kind of examples, there will be two situations, radical here, negative charge here, or the vice versa. Now, I am putting negative charge here because there is a electron pull in terms of benzene ring. So, this will be a stable situation. One more lithium, and then it can take up the proton. Now, one more thing I will tell, the addition or the hydrogenation or reduction takes place in such a way that hermeticity of one ring is retained everywhere, no matter how you add the reagent or how you show the electrons. The hermeticity or hermetic sextate of one ring is retained. Losing hermeticity of both the ring would be difficult, and that is why you have to show this kind of electron push or electron movement, so that you can justify the formation of this. There are some more examples, but in due course of time we will see them. Now, let us come to the reagent wherein aromatic nitro compounds are reduced. I am taking AR. AR can be any aromatic ring, benzene, naphthalene, anything. Whenever nitro group is there, you are having tin HCl. HCl provides a medium. So, first step is abstraction of proton, or this O minus simply takes the proton and becomes this. Then one electron. Now, one electron, I will just show few steps here, so that the things would be more easy. One electron is supplied by tin, so that one electron and this one electron rectifies the charge on nitrogen, whereas this electron is retained by oxygen. One more electron, then this becomes minus, then it reacts with H and you ultimately get the N with 2 hydroxyl group. Loss of water molecule gives this N double bond O nitrosyl compound. Then oxygen lone pair takes up proton, you get positive charge there because oxygen has 3 bonds. One more electron is given. Now, here nitrogen is retaining 1 electron, so that is because of the homolysis, and 1 electron this and 1 electron from tin rectifies the charge on oxygen. One more electron makes it N minus, and then here this N minus takes a proton from medium, that is HCl. Then loss of water, once again this goes off and you get ARNH plus, and 2 electrons will rectify the charge, and this becomes N minus, and ultimately the solvent supplies proton. So, that is how the reduction is accomplished. Now, we will put some examples, not like this ArNO2. Let me put few examples wherein you can use tin HCl. I will tell for few other reagents also which are equivalent or which are more selective than this reagent. So, let me put few examples. See this M-nitrobenzoic acid, tin HCl. Now, tin HCl, the selectivity is such that it does not reduce other groups, it reduces only NO2 group. Although it is reducing agent, but it has high affinity for NO2 group, and NO2 group is reduced to NH2. That is the main function of this. The other equivalent reagents also I will tell you. Metal HCl can also reduce this, say FeHCl, zinc HCl can potentially reduce NO2 group to NH2 group in the same manner. There is no problem. The other reagent I would like to tell you is, whenever a selective reduction is required, let us say this M-dinitrobenzene has to be transformed into M-nitroaniline, then a peculiar reagent is required, that is yellow ammonium sulphide. Alternatively, you can dissolve this compound in alcohol, put ammonia and pass H2S gas until you get the precipitate of sulfur. That means H2S is getting oxidized and this compound will get reduced. Only one NO2 is reduced, the second is retained. So, that is the beauty of this reagent. So, yellow ammonium sulphide is more selective and you get the partial reduction of one of the NO2 group, the other group is retained as it is. So, that selectivity is there with the reagent. Now, let us see one example based on AIBN. Actually, I wanted to give the example, but yeah, one example. Let me put example for this. Tributyl tin hydride, along with that AIBN. We didn't write the mechanism, so let me show the mechanism also. Yeah, this is the case. Now, the role of AIBN, as I have written it here. So, let me show the utility of this reagent. This loses nitrogen and you get two radicals. Now, these two radicals they interact with tributyl tin hydride and you get the radical, that AIBN functions as a radical initiator. So, the purpose of that is to generate a radical from this. So, let me put tributyl tin hydride here, SN tributyl, let me put it like this. So, it can take up proton and becomes the saturated compound. Tributyl tin on the other hand remains a radical. Now, that tributyl tin interacts with this compound. Now, let me draw it as it appears. Now, this tributyl tin radical, now tin should be here, interacts with this and you generate a radical here. You can rewrite it, no problem. A radical would be here, and then the intervening methylenes, let me put 1 2 3 4 5, so CH2 5 times and then CO radical. So ultimately these two will combine and you get a 6-membered ring. The carbonyl group and this isopropyl group are adjacent. That is how the role of AIBN is justified in this case. There are a few more examples. We will see all those examples in due course. In revision we will have more examples on this reagent. Now let me come back to the utility of lithium aluminum hydride. Now lithium aluminum hydride, we have written few examples. Yesterday I have already told you that lithium aluminum hydride is highly reactive and highly non-selective reagent. It reduces all functional groups except aromatic halides and isolated double bonds. Otherwise, this is also transformed into RCH2NH2. This is transformed into RCH2 NMA twice. आपको the reagent is LH. LH has to be used in absence of water because it violently reacts with water to release hydrogen, and that hydrogen is inflammable, so it catches fire. So that is the potential hazard with this reagent. Otherwise, if it is used in presence of the dry reagents or dry solvents rather, it is highly reactive and selective. Generally, the lithium aluminum hydride is provided as a coated material with oil coating is there. Now that oil coating is suspended into paraffin, and then the reactive molecules of lithium aluminum hydrides are released, and that is how they react with your organic compounds in a solvent. The other applications also I will tell. RCN becomes RCH2NH2. This can be also achieved with H2PDC. The same transformation, LH H2PDC can also bring about the similar transformation, and so on. Whenever selectivity is there, you have to use selective reagent. Otherwise, this reagent is very handy and commercially available. The utility of lithium borohydride, we have already said, it is used for the reduction of ester, and the utility of sodium borohydride is it reacts only with aldehydes and ketones. So that is how it is selective, more selective than your other reagents. Now coming to the sodium cyanoborohydride, let us complete that. And sodium cyanoborohydride, Na plus BH3CN, I am just putting it in this way. So BH3CN complex has got minus charge, and to match it, that is the structures are written, but anyway we are this is the addition, or you can say condensation reaction. and here the sodium cyanoborohydride supplies the H dot or H minus, one can say. So, this is also a hydride donor. So, H minus is added and the the positive charge on nitrogen is rectified. So, that is the advantage of having the sodium cyanoborohydride as a reagent with us. Aromatic nitro compounds, these nitriles are also reduced to CH2NH2 with H2PDC. Actually, palladized carbon is commercially available and it can be used for specific reduction purpose, reducing alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compounds mainly, or reduction of say nitrile or the earlier examples. So, that is the advantage of having H2PDC. This is heterogeneous catalyst mainly used for hydrogenation purpose, and palladium charcoal has got optimum reactivity and it is highly selective reagent. Some name reactions we have to see. Maybe next week after your test I will continue and we will complete all the name reactions which are left in this chapter. Then we have to do one more chapter, that is the intermediates involved in organic transformation, carbonium ions, carbanions, carbenes and so on, and that concludes the section 2. And once we are done with that, we will go to the revision section and problem solving session, in which I am going to put the problems. We will solve some here, some will be posted on the group, and that is how the practice would be there, because this subject requires practice and you have to remember few things while writing the mechanism. It should be correct in terms of chemistry. Thank you for your patience in today's lecture. Thank you.